creating a tear sheet. In the hopes to better quality tear sheets, I'm going to make a video about how to make tear sheets correctly. A tear sheet is a representation in 2D format of your artwork from 3D. So think of a person that wants to look at your artwork and not have Maya. How would they look at it? And that's a good portfolio building skill right there, is developing a good tear sheet. So I have this barrel, and I want to show whoever the importance of the barrel in 3D to a 2D world. Today we're going to be using Photoshop for that. Now, a few rules. We want it to look good online. If it looks like crap online, we know it's not going to be a good tear sheet. We have to look at it at a glance and say, good artwork, bad artwork. Okay? So keep in mind, the people that look at your tear sheets professionally, they only take a couple seconds to look at them. So US paper. In this case, I'm going to go 11 for the width, 8.5, and 300. Okay. Then I'm going to go back to Maya. The first thing that's kind of interesting for them to look at is the polygon count. In this case, I have 2 barrels here. I want to just highlight one of them because that way the polygon count matches the overall scene and how much is on the barrel. Now, are they going to know how much is on the barrel? Look at faces, 708. Are they going to be able to distinguish the barrel from the scene? No. People might not know Maya. So what we're going to do here is do a double whammy. I want to show the detail here, and I want to show the wireframe here. So what I'm going to do is use the snippet tool. By the way, before I do this, always turn high quality rendering on. Okay, just going to copy that. Leave it the size it is. Do not rescale it. Okay, now to save from my typing ability, I'm just going to go new and just grab faces 708. Copy that. Paste that in. And I'll just leave it where it's at. Alright, the next thing I want to show is the color and the UV layout. Okay, in this case I have this. Okay. Now I'll go look for the original texture. Take that, copy it, paste, and this one I'm going to size down to match the other one. Okay, there we go. Alright, now I'm going to take a second to organize all this. Now it's about the barrel. These things right here could be a little bit smaller. I want people to look at that barrel first. a space here. Then I want them to look at the polygon count. So I put that up there. I'll put my name somewhere in here. Color map example. Okay, call things what they really are. Don't say the barrel. You know, what did you really learn here? It stands true that you should show whatever the lesson was to whoever. You know, it's show them what you were learning when you put this together. All right, I'm gonna put this right here. Have the color right about there. Okay, now I want to develop a little bit of a background for this. Okay, the first thing I want to do is think about cropping it and portfolio. So to do that, what I do is go up here to the Marquee Tool, go to Fix Size, and I'll type in the width of 11 IN and the height of 8.5 IN. Okay, then I'll click. There we go. That works. Okay, so you can see obviously that every time I make one of these, it's exactly 8.5 by 11. All right, so what I want to do here is get it within that ratio. It's a really nice ratio to look at, and it's easy to fit in a portfolio. If you ever had to print this out, even though I highly suggest don't ever print out your 3D work, try to get it to a format where people are going to look at it online. All right, so just like that, I'm just going to go Image, Crop. Now, if this had a normal map attached to it, I would put the normal map down here. If it had any other mapping, like a spectral map, I would put that down here. This lesson was just the color map in itself. The next lesson would have the normal map and spectral map, so those would also be down here. Okay, and I want some kind of gray value that is non-offensive and non-distracting. It's not about the background. Please do not put colorful stuff in the background. Please do not put a pattern in the background. You want the background to be muted when you make this. Deselect. I'll move this right about here. What you can do is things like maybe a little bit of the color from the background itself or the foreground itself, mist it out towards the back. Here's a good little trick that I like to do. What I do is turn textures off as best I can. There we go, display image off. And then I'll take this and do a snippet of it. Copy that and paste it in. Okay, I'll make that really big. Put it in the background. Sometimes I'll just do one of these. That creates some leading lines into your work that people can follow around. And then knock the opacity down quite a bit. See, that looks more professional. Okay, then just organize your stuff. And for this assignment, I would call that good. Now, I would hope that later on that you would have more down here for the normal map and spectral map, but at least you have a good template set up for that, okay? So that's it for a tear sheet. Now you save for web devices. Don't change the resolution. Keep it the way it is. Keep it nice and big. Keep the quality all the way up to 100%. Ooh. Let me make sure I save that in the right place. And for future reference, I put a long title on that. Okay, so there's the JPEG that you should post in whatever discussion board or forum that I set up for you. And that's also how you develop a tear sheet. I hope you enjoyed.